So, it's all clear to me now.
도적이요?
Boys, who are you? You've no business here.
I'm Henry, and I was expecting to find you here.
What? How could you?
Sir Divish's locator went missing around these parts.
Well, it seems like he's all out of luck, don't it? Divish ought to send someone better than you to parley.
He didn't send me to parley, he sent me to deal with it.
투구 진짜 별로다.
Deal with it. There's plenty of us, and you're on your own. So I'd think twice about how you're gonna deal with that.
Let him go, right now. Or you can stay here and feed the crows, like the rabble who were here before you.
Alright, alright. No need to be hasty, eh? We'll be on our way then. Quietly. That fella's in the tent over there.
방어력 떨어져도 이거 입는 게 낫지. 저건 좀 아닌 것 같아.
Please, help me.
어서 오세요.
Thank you. My pleasure. Sir Divish sent me to find you, and it looks like I arrived just in time. God's truth. I'm Henry of Scallis.
My name is Marius Bielek, Master Locator. Sir Divish sent me here to survey the area.
Well, the outlaws are out of the way, so we can go and report to him, right?
Not just yet. Those bastards caught me as soon as I arrived, and so far all I've seen is the inside of the tent they tied me up in. I still have a job to do. Although I won't see much in the dark. I'll have to spend the night. Though I doubt I'll get a wink of sleep after what happened. You sure there are no more bandits around?
You've nothing to worry about, unless you're afraid of hares.
어서 오세요.
Well, come to me after dawn and we'll look the place over together. I'll explain everything to you.
All right. Good night.
얘도 자긴 자야 되네. 뭐야? 남의 갑옷 뺏어 입고 그랬냐고? 전쟁 특수 있잖아. 전쟁터에서 사람들 막 이렇게 시체 뒤지는 사람도 있었잖아요. 하이에나라고? 산 사람은 살아야지. 죽은 사람이 갑옷 가지고 어디다 쓸 거야. 엔딩은 봤어요. DLC 마무리 중이에요.
Here I am.
Excellent. We can start inspecting the area right away, see what can be built where. Shall we get to it then?
I'll escort you then. At least I can make sure you don't get caught again.
What? Are there more of those bandits around?
No, I just meant... Never mind. Should we get going?
불의로 쪼아 죽일 수 있게 됐냐고. 박치기 하면 쪼을 수 있나? 대리 뒤에서 때리고 싶다. 왜 이렇게 늦게 움직이는 거야?
This is a good spot for the rat house. Every village must have one. It'll be nice and prominent here. It's on the hillside, so the foundations will stay dry. It can have its own little square, close to the church. There's no better site here.
Hey,
The church is still standing. Good. Good. Whoever built it did a good job. Considering how old it is and what it's been through recently, it stood up well. It won't be an easy job to fix it, but it can be done. Timber alone won't do, though.
look out.
아, 진짜 뛰어다녔으면 좋겠다. 일로 올 거면 여기로 왜 왔냐고. 큰 길로 가면 되지.
We could fit at least one tradesman's shop here. Maybe a baker's?
깝깝해. 아, 왜 일로 다녀요?
There's quite a lot of space here. It just needs clearing thoroughly. Then we could even fit stables here. Main approach road and stream. This bridge needs reinforcing. It won't last long in this condition. I reckon it would make sense to build a weir over the stream down there. The water here is clean and can be used to supply the village until we sink a well. It's a good thing we have this stream. No point in building without a water source.
위치는 나쁘지 않은가 봐.
Supplies and trade will flow through here.
배사님. 돈 많이 모아놨냐고요? 그럼요, 저 부자예요.
even see past the trees and ruins whether there's room for anything there. But at least the trees are strong and healthy. All we need is a few good woodcutters, and we won't have to bring in any timber from elsewhere. Stone foundations. They'll come in handy, and we're close to the stream.
난민을 일꾼으로 고용하면 쥐어짜서 부려먹을 수 있다고? 아니 난민들을 돕고 살아야지 어떻게 쥐어짤 생각만 합니까? 그럼 주인공
Lots of space here.
고향 사람들 어차피 폐허됐는데 이쪽 와서 살면 되겠네. 그럼 내가 너무 자원봉사하는 거 아니야?
There's a well here already. All the better. Big space, clean water, close to the village green.
어서 오세요.
For an inn.
낮에는 사람들 강제 수면 도와준다고 자원봉사한다고 좋아했다고요? 그럼요. 저는 남을 도우면서 기쁨을
then.
느낀다고요.
Most essential surveying is done.
God be with you.
So, Master Locator, ready to start building?
There's a long way to go before that. The few ruins that are left are basically beyond repair. It's all overgrown with brush.
Oh dear.
We'll have to get it all cleared before we can start rebuilding it.
So it is possible to rebuild everything?
Yes, absolutely.
But
나의
building a
기쁨이
whole village
모두의
is no small
기쁨이지.
enterprise.
We'll need timber, lots of it, which isn't a problem in the middle of the woods, of course. We'll have to hire wage labor to begin with. Quite a lot of men. I think we should get started without delay. There's a lot of work involved, but it'll be well worth the effort. I can just imagine it. The church will dominate the whole settlement.
Huh, that's good news. When will you inform Sir Divish?
Why wait? I'll head to Talmberg right away. But would you keep an eye on things here in the meantime? It would be rather embarrassing to run into more bandits when I return with Sir Divish.
No problem. I'll be right here.
It shouldn't take us long. My lord, welcome to Pribyslavitz. That is to say, welcome back to Pribyslavitz after all these years. Well, what's left of it.
Not to worry, Marius. I'm glad to be back in my old hamlet. Although, it seems to have aged about as gracefully as I have over the years.
I beg to differ, sir. It's quite dilapidated, unlike your good self, but at least it's safe now. Thanks in part to Henry here, who also saved me from a predicament that cost me
정치도
valuable
나가지
time.
말라고.
Who knows?
삼팔도사.
Hadn't been for him,
질투
we
좀
might
하지
not even be talking
마요.
now.
Well, lad, in the end, you
내가
managed
잘
things in your own
되면
way, I see.
어쨌든
Just as you
결과적으로
said
다 이 동네에 이득으로 돌아간다고. 지금도 이거 봐봐. 이 마을 개선하면은
They didn't look all that tough, so I put a bit of pressure
동네
on them and
사람들이
they took to their
행복하잖아.
heels.
You were outnumbered and you scared them off?
Ah, they were greenhorns. I think they may have been a bit intimidated by me.
Let's hope they don't try anything like that again.
I'm quite sure they won't, sir.
Let's get down to the matter in hand, shall we? What state is Pribyslavitz in?
Sir, in my official capacity as locator, I am gratified to inform you that the hamlet of Pribyslavitz may be renewed. And indeed it offers prospects of considerable expansion beyond its former limits.
Splendid. Finally, some good news for this province.
And badly needed, too.
So, what have you discovered so far? I want to know all the details.
We had a scout around.
We conducted a basic survey, from which we can make a preliminary outline of the parcels. I already have in my head an initial plan of what can be built where.
We should certainly have a church. I'd like to preserve the existing one.
That should present no serious obstacles. The building is in much better condition than we anticipated. But extensive reconstruction will be required.
That's to be expected.
There's a stream here, and a well, right in the middle of the village.
Yes, and there are abundant woods around. Clearing them will provide both extra land and timber supplies that we can use right away.
Right now, I believe we're standing on the village green, aren't we?
The future green, that is. The village centre will comprise at least 6 large buildings to begin with. We can't fit any more than that here, so there will be other buildings away from the square, in particular more extensive structures.
I'm glad to hear it. I never expected you'd find so much space here in the middle of the woods.
그래서
The
돈은
building
누가
that we're
되는데?
about to engage in is only the first part of my plan. Later, we'll clear more forests for agricultural land and build more farmhouses. But for now, we'll have to focus on more sensible goals.
As you wish, my lord.
Rebuilding a whole village must cost a king's ransom, though.
It's true it won't come cheap. Before the tradesmen settle here and start producing and trading, it will be necessary to invest a certain amount of capital.
A certain amount? How much exactly?
I wouldn't venture to state a precise amount at this point, but I expect it will come to some thousands, even tens of thousands of groschen.
That much? I hope you're good at haggling.
We shall, of course, attempt to procure everything at the best possible price. But raising a settlement from the ashes you see around you is a costly business. Nevertheless, I can assure you, my lord, that if all goes well, the investment shall all come back to you with interest.
I hope I shall live to enjoy it, Master Marius.
A village isn't a village without villagers. You'll need new subjects. Even preparing the ground for building will need lots of labor. Where can we find so many people, sir?
You sound skeptical, lad, but it's a good question. I've already given it some thought. I've agreed with Radzik and Hanish that we shall make an announcement in Rattay to invite people to move here and help with the construction, which will bring them many benefits,
빠르시네.
but
미리 다
also
준비 다 해놨네.
obligations. In addition, I expect the prospects of a new home will appeal to your former Skalitz neighbors more than a makeshift camp by the castle walls.
They'll be delighted, sir.
A splendid solution, sir. I've also been concerned about how to bring settlers here, but now it seems there will be no shortage of new inhabitants after all.
It seems things are finally looking up. We routed the bandits in battle, and Henry took care of the remnants. When can we get to work?
Right away, as far as I'm concerned. All we need is people and the necessary funds. And we'll need someone to keep order, at least in the interim.
True. I'll leave you some of my men.
If I may, I would recommend quickly appointing a bailiff to take responsibility for the renewal of the village, its coffers and its citizens.
True.
나.
First things
나.
Since you understand these matters best, you shall take charge of the land parceling and building works. You'll be available to the bailiff, but answerable directly to me.
I'd be honored, sir. Thank you.
And, as regards the office of bailiff, what about you?
와.
Yes, sir?
You've proven yourself well. You've demonstrated that you're capable of solving problems. And you command the respect of your former Skalitz neighbors.
Well, I'm not so sure.
And you're also capable of maintaining law and order.
I must concur.
So, let us expedite matters. Henry, I hereby appoint you to the office of bailiff of the hamlet of Pribyslavitz in my domain.
My lord,
보시는
it's a
눈이
great
있으시네요.
honor. Thank you.
You will oversee the initial renewal and administration of the village that will set the ground for further development. But don't imagine it'll be a bed of roses, lad. Being bailiff doesn't mean you can do whatever you like. If you don't treat the settlers rightly, I'll soon find out and relieve you of your office. Besides, we can't spare a single groschen from the Talmberg coffers now, with the province in chaos. So, you'll have to cover the cost for the building work from your own
이러려고
purse.
감투 씌웠구만.
But Marius said it would cost a fortune.
True, but from what I hear, you know how to get your hands on coin enough. So, I expect you'll manage it just fine.
이 동네는 믿을 사람이
I'd
없어요.
like to know who's been spreading such gossip.
And I am assigning you certain specific tasks. You must ensure the rebuilding of the church. That means complete
뭐
reconstruction,
벽화까지 그리라고?
paintings, and a new altar.
야 돈은
See
한
to
푼도
it
안
that in
주면서?
the future, the village will be capable of supporting a certain number of people. For that, you will need to ensure the construction of essential artisans' buildings. And ultimately, the village must produce sufficient earnings to fund further expansion.
But, sir, I've never done...
I understand your concerns, but you'll be handsomely rewarded.
5년간
I shall
수입이 다
grant
내
you the
거래.
proceeds from the whole
그러면 투자할
village for
만하지.
the first 5 years. And you have my permission to use the surrounding woods and land as you see fit.
Well, that's, I mean... Are you sure I'm the right man for the job, sir? It's a lot of responsibility.
As you said yourself, Henry, it's a great honor. Besides, you won't be alone in it. I'll assist you and supervise the construction work.
Phew. All right, then.
So, we're agreed. You'll give this document to the Rete bailiff. He'll make the announcement to invite settlers,
행정관
which
메이스
should
여기서 그냥
ensure
주네요.
enough people to begin work. At the same time, your official appointment as bailiff will be announced.
Don't know what to say, sir.
I'm sure you won't disappoint me, Henry. And now I must get back to my duties at Talmberg. Send word when everything is prepared.
Certainly, sir. Have a safe journey.
Farewell, sir.
아 멀기도 하다. 멀리를 몇 번 왔다 갔다 하는 거야. 너무 멀다. 끝과 끝이야. 그러고 이따가 저기 또 가야 될 거 아니야. 쿠마님보다 풀풀님은 도적이 더 잘 싸우는 것 같다고요? 2명까진 괜찮은데 3명부터는 인디안밥 해가지고 그냥 숫자가 많으면 까다롭더라고. 그리고 막 농부 같은 애들도 막기도 되게 잘 막아요. 내가 먼저 공격했다가 상대방이 카운터 치는 순간 바로 인디안밥이잖아.
Yeah. Ow! Learn how to ride a horse.
아 저쪽이었네. 세율 500이라고? 세율 500이면 뭐해? 세금 내래가 없는데
Yeah.
500배 해봤자 빵원이야.
Flour, egg, salt,
문 닫았겠지?
let it bake a bit. You'll
어 아직 열었네.
feed the whole family with fresh bread.
5년 동안 열심히 착취해서 반포자에 살라고요.
How may I help you?
요한카 안 죽었어.
Without it either.
I'm glad to.
신념을 버렸으니 죽은 거나 마찬가지라고요? 걔 신념이 그 정도밖에 안 되는 거예요. 왜 대화가 안 걸려?
I have a document for you from Sir Divish. It concerns the renewal of Pribyslavitz.
The village you drove those bandits out of?
Very same.
So it's true then. Good. Good. Let me see that document then.
Here it is.
So what have we here? It says I should announce that anyone interested may move to Pribyslavitz to live and work. And Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush also give their consent. In that case, let's not waste any time. Come along with me.
Goodbye.
저 부츠 괜찮아 보이는데?
Beetroot, onions, all that grows in the ground, fresh. Come right up. Onions that'll even make your man cry like a little lass. Come and
언제까지예요?
buy some.
나도 같이 가 있을래.
Hear ye, hear ye. It is hereby announced, in the name of Sir Hanush and Sir Divish, that you, the citizens of Ratai, as well as those who have found temporary refuge here, are permitted to move to the hamlet of Pribyslavitz to the north of Talmberg Castle, wherein you shall be vouchsafed a new life and new dwellings, providing that you shall contribute to the renewal of the hamlet. All those who choose to accept this offer shall be exempted from payment of taxes for a period of 5 years. They shall be permitted also to make use of timber from the surrounding woods and water from the streams. The hamlet of Pribyslavitz lies in the domain of Sir Divish of Talmberg, and all who settle there shall be duty-bound to him. It is furthermore hereby announced that Henry of Skalitz is
그래서
appointed
5년 동안
to
행리
the
거라고. 그러게
administration
나는
of
5년 동안 거기서
Pribyslavitz
도대체
and the
뭐로 수확을
office of bailiff
뭐로 수입을
therein.
얻는 거야? 거기
which
뭐
office
부수적으로
and
뭐 팔아먹을 게
privilege
있나?
have been conferred upon him by Sir Divish for loyalty and services rendered. I would therefore recommend that our Scarlet's friends consider this offer very seriously, as nothing better is likely to come your way anytime soon.
아니야, 다른 돈 버는 방법이 있을 거야.
For the love of God, I've come from
세금이 없는 거지. 내가 얘네들한테 일 시켜갖고 거기서 얻는 그런 부수적인 것들은 다 내 거란 얘기잖아. 제발. 아, 왔다 갔다 몇 번 시켜요. 너무 멀어서 그런 거 아닐까? 이거 봐봐요. 지금 빠른 이동으로 가도 이렇게 오래 걸리는데 걸어서 가면 도대체 며칠이 걸리겠어. 가는 동안 밥도 먹고 해야 될 텐데 밥 먹을 돈 가는 동안 먹을 걸 살 돈도 없는 거지. 오른쪽에 DLC 있어요. 아, 이게 뭐 자꾸 걸려. 그래도 주변 싹 배서 정리했네. 아니요, 다 채워져 있진 않아요. 생각보다 산 지형이 많아가지고 길 벗어나면 딱히 이벤트를 할 게 없어. 근데 그런 거 감안해도 마을 이벤트나 그런 게 좀 괜찮은 게 많아요. 뭐 이렇게 딱 가져와라 뭐 이렇게만 끝나는 퀘스트가 의외로 별로 없고 퀘스트 자체는 좀 풍성한 것 같아요. 슬로우 라이프. 목이 뜯겨. 뭐 대화로 해결할 수도 있고 뭐 아니면 그 전에 뭐 내가 뭘 했던 거에 따라서 조금 달라질 수도 있고 그런 거에서 이제 퀘스트 자체는 안 질려.
Welcome back. What news from Rattay?
수도원 빼고.
The bailiff read Sir Divish's decree, and now I'm officially bailiff of Pribislavitz.
Then allow me to congratulate you. What will be your first step?
First,
아, 수도원 완전 노잼이었어요. 막 이해가 안
As it
돼.
happens, I already sought a few things in your absence.
범인이라고 그냥 물어보기만 했는데 시인하는 애가 어딨어. 아무 정보도
I
없는데.
saw some heading here right away.
So when they arrived, I was able to start clearing building plots with them. After they'd erected some temporary dwellings, that is.
So we're ready to get things started?
As long as you know what you want to build, I can show these new people what to do. We'll be building on the sites we've measured out. You can go and look them over
블러핑
first,
당했다고.
if you like.
I'll do that. I'll see what's going to be built where.
Nevertheless,
몰라,
doubt
수도원
you'll be able
노잼이야.
to figure that out just from looking at the sites.
명탐정 헨리 되는 건 줄 알았는데 개뿔 그런
How
거
do I choose
없었어.
what to build where?
I've already given it some thought on your behalf. I even wrote it all down in the accounts ledger. Everything will be recorded there. I'll make a note of every change as we proceed.
Thanks. That'll be a big help. And where can I find this book?
It will always be kept at the rat house.
Well, there's nothing here, so we'll have to build everything. Ale house, bakery, butchers, rat house. Did I mention ale house?
Eventually. But be warned. To begin with, it's always best to start with facilities that will be producing construction materials for everything else. And since we'll mainly be using timber, it makes sense to set up a
벌목은
wood.
야영지부터 지으라고?
Alright. And then what?
That depends. Every building has its use. You'll soon get the grasp of it. And it's all in the ledger.
What about the workers' wages and buying materials for artisans?
The money must be put in the trunk here. The expenditures for wages and materials will be taken from it. So you should keep it topped up to prevent delays. Which reminds me, there's the matter of my own pay to be resolved.
Ah, yes, of course.
Sir Divish guaranteed me a fixed income. What's more, this job is
월급 아니 DBC한테 받아 왜 나한테 달라 그래?
How much are you thinking?
I have a record of payment here somewhere. Here it is. Let's say 1/4 more than that.
Well, as you said yourself, it's just a continuation of your work for Sir Divish, so I see no reason to change the conditions now.
Well, all right. It seems we understand each other.
그 와중에 눈탱이 치려고.
Good. I'll put your wages in the trunk too. Are you sure it's quite safe?
Quite. Only you and I shall have a key and access to the trunk. Besides, we'll have guards on watch here.
Ah, that's reassuring.
That's about all to begin with. If you need any more details, I'll be happy to explain.
100시간이요? 지금 한 60시간은 넘은 것 같은데.
Could you explain something to me? What are my duties as bailiff?
As bailiff, you must see to it that the village grows and prospers. You'll have to resolve disputes between citizens and decide what I should have built. The coin for it will come from your own purse. Basically,
60시간 정도 되는데 퀘스트를 완벽하게 다 하고 다니진 않았어요.
whatever you like.
그런 거 따지면 좀 더 길어질 거야.
As am I.
Which means
that if the folk here are unhappy,
뭐
word
잘릴
will
수도
soon
있다고?
get to Sir Divish, and he'll put you in your place. So you'd better see to it that there's no thieving, and folk have jobs to do, and their wages are paid.
of course. I'll keep a close eye.
네, 대사 많고 그 중에서 골라서 뭐 내용 변경시키는 것도 있고 하다 보니까 대사는
How do I
많아요.
build houses?
First, find out how much it'll cost, and whether the upkeep won't ruin you. Everything is written in the ledger. You can check it all there, or just come and see me.
Sure.
다 재건하는데 도대체 돈이 얼마나 들까?
How do the accounts work?
The most important thing is to know how
기빈이기
much
때문에
profit your
하차했다고?
buildings
그러면
generate,
이런 종류는 좀 안
and
맞는
what
것
they
같은데?
cost to operate. That's written on the very first page of the ledger, which will be kept at the rat house. Whenever we erect a new building, I record it there, and you'll find all the profit generated by the village in the trunk next to the ledger.
And what if we spend more than we earn?
Then you'll have to put the amount necessary for covering the operating costs into the trunk.
I see. Probably best to have a little extra there for a rainy day then. How do operating costs work?
Those are the workers' wages, costs of material and equipment for tradesmen, and so on.
And what if I don't have enough coin?
Then production will grind to a halt. Watch out for that. Folks soon get grouchy if they're not getting paid. The amount needed each day is recorded in the accounts ledger too. So you should keep enough in the trunk to cover the wages.
And how do I pay the workers?
Don't concern yourself about that. I'll take care of it. As long as
플레이
you provide
방향을
the coin.
플레이어가
So I
만들어야
could
돼서
put enough money there for, say, 3 days in advance?
Indeed. Simple enough. isn't it?
그런가?
Alright, thanks.
잘 모르겠네.
How can I get new people to come to the village?
Don't worry about that. Folk will gradually turn up of their own accord when there are houses for them. Each building can house a certain number of people. The bigger the house, the more inhabitants. And the more space you have for them, the more country folk will come here in search of a better livelihood.
What about tradesmen?
I can find you fairly competent ones. But if you can get really skilled artisans, it will certainly be a boon for the village income. Although it's not all that easy to get skilled people. You could ask around.
I see. Any suggestions?
You could try asking the two Sasau armorers for a start. They're always at each other's throats.
딴
so
동네
maybe one
사정도
of them could
잘하네.
work here. But don't forget to get a forge and armory workshop set up for him. Otherwise, you'll only be wasting his time.
Right. I'll go and have a word with them later. I must give some thought to who else would come in handy here. Thanks. How can I improve the buildings?
The process is exactly the same as for building from the ground up. We need to have enough coin, materials, and of course, something to improve. It goes without saying that there's no point in better blacksmith's equipment if you've no forge to put it in.
Well, I can't argue with that. But why bother with improvements at all?
Because they make it possible to produce better goods that can be sold at a higher price, so we'll earn more money.
Nothing, actually. So, how am I doing with the...
Let's see.
발전한 거 하나도 없지 뭘.
Church, we're on the right.
Alright. I want to build...
Certainly.
중심부. 아니야. 마을. 벌목군 야영지부터 지으랬어. 벌집?
We'll need woodcutters to ensure timber supplies for building.
양봉도에?
It's impossible. Check what you need in the ledger.
할 게 갑자기 많아지면 좀 피곤하긴 하죠.
We'll need woodcutters to...
It's impossible.
어우 치사해 진짜.
I'd rather...
아니 내가 하라고 하면 하는 거고 아니면